All right, so welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about Zendaya and Tom Holland
Oh, yeah.
and their recent engagement.
Yes.
So, as always, we got all of the entertainment news and all the gossip sites that we could find to really dig into this.
Right.
See what it means for their careers and what it means for them as a couple and, maybe even what it means for Hollywood as a whole.
Well, I think it's really interesting how their engagement has really kind of sparked this whole conversation about, how Hollywood couples are navigating fame and family these days.
And I got to say, the first thing that pops into my head is that ring.
Oh, yeah.
Like $500,000.
Wow.
That is not your average diamond.
No.
And it's not even just any diamond. It's a massive solitaire on a yellow gold band. And to debut that at the Golden Globes, you don't just...
That's a statement.
Yeah, you don't just flash that around,
No, you don't.
It's really something.
And what I find really interesting about the ring is that they went with a solitaire diamond. Like, in a world of, really elaborate multi-stone designs.
Right.
To me, the solitaire really kind of stands out because it's so simple.
Yeah.
And so timeless.
Yeah.
It really, emphasizes, the strength of their bond.
Right.
And it's really about that core commitment, you know?
Yeah, and then the yellow gold band, too.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a nod to old Hollywood glamour, or is that just like a personal touch reflecting their styles?
Yeah.
I was reading somewhere, that yellow gold symbolizes warmth and happiness.
Interesting.
It's like they're just beaming their joy to the whole world.
And that's such a contrast, right?
Yeah.
Because, they're so private.
Right.
But to come out with that at such a huge public event, it's like they're being really selective about, when they're going to share things.
Totally.
Because the proposal itself, we don't even know where it happened.
Right. Completely, under wraps and super private and family-oriented. But then they just come out with that ring.
Bam.
Golden Globe.
Yeah, exactly.
Red carpet.
And we do know one thing about the proposal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is that Tom did ask Zendaya's family for permission before proposing.
Yes, he did.
Which, that's so old school.
Traditional.
For a couple that met on a superhero movie set.
Isn't it interesting? You have this very modern couple.
Yeah.
The epitome of young Hollywood embracing this tradition that's been around forever.
Right.
It really makes you think about what traditions speak to them.
Yeah.
And how they blend that, with their own approach to their relationship.
Taking the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Now everyone is talking about starting a family.
The rumor mill.
Yeah, the rumor mill is churning, right?
I mean, Tom has said he wants to take a break from acting to be a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, wow.
And that is a big deal.
Huge, especially when you're at the top of your game.
At the peak of Spider-Man fame.
Yeah.
That's a big statement.
It really is. And, it kind of challenges the whole Hollywood narrative, right?
Yeah.
The idea that, success equals box office numbers and awards and all that.
Yeah.
But what if for him, success is about,
Yeah.
being a present father? It really raises questions about how we define priorities,
Yeah.
and what it means to have it all.
And don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Zendaya's career is also on fire.
Absolutely.
She's got the talent, the projects lined up. How do you think she's going to navigate this new chapter? Balancing this thriving career with motherhood, especially if they're going for that hands-on approach.
Well, I mean, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, I think the answer is different for every woman. Some might choose to scale back. Others might find ways to blend it all together. But the thing about Zendaya is she's never been afraid to break the mold.
Right. So she might just redefine what it means to be a successful actress and a devoted mother.
Yeah, you never know.
She'll figure it out.
I think so.
On her own terms, like she always does.
Right.
Remember when she negotiated that producer credit on Euphoria?
Oh, yeah.
She's not just letting other people dictate her path.
Right.
And that kind of brings us back to controlling the narrative.
That whole engagement ring reveal at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was going on around that time?
Around that time?
Yeah.
Oscar nominations were coming up.
So you're thinking this was a calculated move to stay top of mind with the voters?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that a couple has used, a big announcement.
To boost their careers.
And let's not forget the power of a photo op.
Oh, especially in the age of social media.
Right.
Like the image of Zendaya in that orange gown with that diamond.
It was everywhere.
Oh, it was everywhere.
You couldn't escape it.
You couldn't.
Like, they hijacked the news cycle.
They did.
And good for them, honestly.
Yeah.
If you can leverage a personal milestone like that, why not?
Right.
But you know what? Even with all the strategy and ambition, there is something that feels really genuine about their relationship.
Oh, I agree.
Like, there's an authenticity.
Yeah.
That shines through, even with all the public image stuff.
You can tell they really care about each other.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to defy conventions to create a life that works for them.
It's like they're saying, we're going to do things our way.
Yes.
We're not apologizing for it.
Exactly.
You know, that rebellious spirit, that commitment to forging their own path.
Yeah.
That's part of what makes them so interesting to follow.
Absolutely.
They're not just following the script. You know, they're writing their own story.
Right.
But there's one piece of this puzzle that I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay.
You know, for a couple that's so private, they're not exactly shying away from making some bold statements.
No, they're not.
Like Tom potentially taking a break from acting to focus on family.
Yeah.
That's not something you decide lightly, you know?
No.
Especially when you're at the top of your game like that.
Especially with a franchise like Spider-Man.
Exactly like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It really challenges the whole Hollywood narrative.
It does.
You know, that success equals box office numbers and awards and all that.
Yeah. What if success for him means something different?
Yeah.
What if it's about being a present and involved father?
That's right. And we can't forget about Zendaya's career.
She's killing it.
Oh, she's on fire right now.
Yeah.
She's got the talent, the drive, and the projects, you know. So how do you think she's going to handle all of this?
Right.
Like balancing a thriving career with motherhood.
Yeah.
Especially if they really are going for that hands-on approach.
That's the million-dollar question right there.
It is.
And I don't think there's one answer. You know, it's different for everybody.
Right.
Some women might choose to scale back their work.
Yeah.
Others might find a way to, you know, kind of blend it all together. But the thing about Zendaya is she's always done things her own way.
Always.
So who knows? Maybe she'll redefine what it means to be both.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
A successful actress and a mom.
Exactly.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. And I have a feeling she will figure it out.
Yeah.
Like she always does.
On her own terms.
On her own terms. You know, remember when she negotiated that producer credit on Euphoria?
Oh, yeah. That was huge.
Like she's not afraid to, you know, take control.
Take control.
And that reminds me of that whole controlling the narrative, you know, with the ring.
Golden Globes?
Yeah, the Golden Globes.
Do you remember what was going on around that time?
What was it?
Remind me? Oscar nominations were right around the corner, weren't they?
Oh, so you're thinking it was a calculated move.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's interesting timing.
To stay top of mind.
You know, keep those voters thinking about you.
With the voters. Yeah, exactly.
You know, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, it wouldn't be the first time.
That a celebrity couple used, you know, a personal announcement to kind of boost their career.
Right. And we can't forget.
Oh, yeah.
About the power of a photo op.
Oh, especially these days.
These days.
Social media.
Social media.
That picture of Zendaya.
Yeah.
In that orange gown. With that diamond.
Oh, my gosh. It was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
You could not escape it.
You couldn't.
It's like they hijacked the news cycle.
They did.
And you know what? Good for them.
Yeah.
If you can leverage something like that.
Right. Why not?
I mean.
Good for them.
But even with all the strategy and the ambition.
Yeah.
There's something about their relationship that feels really genuine.
I agree.
You know, like I really get the sense that they really care about each other.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to kind of go against the grain to create a life that works for them.
They're definitely not following the typical Hollywood playbook.
No, they're not.
That's for sure.
They're writing their own story.
Yeah.
But there's one thing about all of this.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
What's that?
It's this whole traditional family thing.
Right.
You know, it's just been in my head.
Yeah.
Because in Hollywood, traditional.
Oh, totally.
Means something totally different. Like nannies, personal chef's assistants for the assistants.
Right.
But from what we're hearing, they want something simpler.
More hands-on.
Yeah, like more hands-on.
Which makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
Like, how's that gonna work?
Exactly.
Can you imagine, like, Spider-Man doing school drop-offs?
Right.
Or, like, Zendaya at a PTA meeting?
I know, it's crazy.
It'd be a total role reversal.
It would, and it would definitely challenge that whole image of the, like...
Untouchable.
Yeah, untouchable celebrity.
Right.
But maybe that's what they want.
Maybe to show that you can do both.
Yeah, like you can be a global superstar and still have those like normal family moments.
At the end of the day, they're just two people trying to figure out life together.
Right.
Like everybody else.
Like the rest of us.
Yeah, and who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll even inspire some other people in Hollywood.
Oh, yes, start a trend.
To,
No more entourages.
Yeah.
Just family time.
Exactly.
But even if they are aiming for normal,
right,
their lives are anything but.
Oh, for sure.
Especially with those careers.
Yeah.
Like, how do you balance blockbuster movies and award seasons with, like, diaper changes and bedtime stories?
Yeah. There's no easy answer.
There's not.
And I think that's why we're all so fascinated, because we get to watch them figure it out.
In real time.
Hopefully on their own terms.
Yeah, and they've shown us that they're not afraid to, break the mold.
Challenge expectations.
Rewrite the rules.
And maybe they'll even make traditional cool again.
Might.
Who knows?
They've definitely redefined what it means to be a Hollywood power couple.
For sure.
They're young, they're talented, they're obviously passionate about their work, but they're also committed to building a life together that prioritizes love and family.
It's a great story.
It's a pretty inspiring story, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Even if it is unfolding in the middle of a total media frenzy.
It reminds us that even in a world obsessed with fame and fortune, there's still room for real connection, for vulnerability, authenticity.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah, that at the end of the day, the most important stories are the ones that kind of connect us to our shared humanity.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Zendaya and Tom's engagement, what's the takeaway for you?
Yeah.
Is it just a feel-good celebrity story, or does it make you think about your own definitions of success and family and what it means to live a life that's fulfilling and authentic?
All those big questions.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do here.
That's what we do here.
Get you thinking.
All right, everybody. Until next time, keep diving deep.